Welcome back to ESA Together. My name is Nordic Soy, and I'm going to be here with you for the next 3 hours or so. And I want to thank you all for tuning into ESA and our online-only marathon, ESA Together. This is a week-long event featuring speedrunners and score attackers from all around the world, and we invite everybody, be it ESA regulars or first-timers, to showcase their very best for you. And now, here to showcase something absolutely amazing, is PeekingBoo in his 70-star run of Super Mario 64, controlled via a DDR DancePad. PeekingBoo, take it away.
Thank you very much. Okay, so what's up, everybody? So Nordic and Planks have had the displeasure of hearing that awful noise for probably the last 5 to 10 minutes, and so I won't keep it going any longer. But just before we start the run, I guess I'll just give a quick overview of what we're going to be using. So, over on the left-hand side, these blue arrows are my directionals. This is what I'm going to be using to control Mario. This button down here is my A button. This is my Z button for crouching, and this is my B button for punching that apparently zooms Mario out. I had no idea that was a thing. And then all the way over here is C up, because we need that for the wing cap stage. And apparently you can go under Mario's chin. That's insane. I've also got a few more buttons up here because this is an arcade setup, and they're mostly used for pausing the game and controlling the camera, but I'll get into that later. So if you guys are ready, I'll give us a countdown. So let's start in 3, 2, 1, go.
It's me, Mario.
Okay. So the run that we are going to be doing today is pretty much the stock standard, I want to say glitchless run, but it's more of the no BLJ run of Mario 64. So we're going to be collecting 70 stars, and then at the end we're just going to beat Bowser and kind of call it a day, get some cake, and that'll be that. I'm going to do my best to copy as many of the speed tricks and glitches that a regular speedrun would do. But obviously, with the lack of buttons that I can press and the lack of directions I can do, I have, I have a bit of limited capability. So the first thing we're going to try and do is Lakitu Skip. And this is going to go one of 3 ways. I'm either going to do it, I'm going to fail it, actually 4 ways. I'm going to fail it and grab the ledge, or I'm going to fail it, grab the ledge, and fall in the moat. So, alright, we fail it, but we're continuing forward. And the good thing about this is that continuing forward, it stores my momentum, so I can just do a dive straight away and keep moving as though nothing happened. But if I had have got that skip, we would have skipped the cutscene with Lakitu and we would have saved about 10 seconds. So, you know, we're already off to a great start. Alright, so we're going to be entering Bob-omb Battlefield, and I'm sure everyone is super familiar with the famous bomb clip to get into the Chain Chomp cage. Well, you'll be excited to know that we don't do that in this run. In fact, we do something much less spectacular. We just kind of leave the Bob-omb there, we take this box over to the corner, and push it into the bar and crouch. And if it doesn't work, we do it again. And if it doesn't work, we do it again. Wow. And if we fail it 3 or 4 times in a row, we become very embarrassed. There we go.
Here we go.
Alright. That's the first of 70 stars. I hope you guys are excited. It's going to be a bumpy ride. So next off the rank is King Bob-omb. So all I've got to do is hold my 2 buttons that I showed off before to do a crouch and a jump, and that lets us do a long jump. If you hold jump and press B at the same time, well, it lets Mario kick up slopes. But because I can't press a direction and... Ow. Because I can't press a direction and jump and punch at the same time, I have to use my hands for that. There's no rule against using the hands as long as I'm using my DDR machine. So... we're just going to keep going with that logic. Alright, so Big Boss Man himself, all we got to do is get behind him. I was a little too eager there. Throw him once. Jump behind him, grab him again. Throw him to the right. Jump behind him again. Oh boy! Okay, he is faster than lightning. Let's go around behind him. And then jump him up, throw him upright. Alright, there's our second star. Every time I move forward, just to press a button on this controller, it's just so I know exactly where I'm up to in the run. I'm unfortunately very forgetful, and if I don't pay attention to what I'm doing, I'm going to take a wrong turn and bad things are going to happen. So talk to this Bob-omb, and we're going to get real close to Cooper up there, because I'm sure you're all excited for the Cooper race. Well, I'm pleased to tell you we're not doing that race. We're just going to jump into cannon and just pretend he doesn't exist. So we just needed the cannon so that we can get up to here. Oh boy, in you go, Mario. Now cannons are very difficult for me to use with the pads because with an analog stick you can kind of do some fine-tuned movement. But with a dance pad it's pretty much, well, I mean it is a D-pad, right? So every time I press a button, it's like I'm pressing the stick as far forward as I can, and so it makes it very hard to move around. So just make note of every direction that I'm doing here is Mario pretty much running full throttle in every way I go. But we're up to Princess Peach's secret slide. We're going to be doing this twice. And chat, if you would like to guess what time I get in the slide, drop it in chat now. And if you guess correctly, you should donate that amount in dollars. It's lucky.
Speaking of donations, I have one to read if you've got the moment.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Well, we've got $25 from Cypher. He says, thanks for all the feels and for keeping me sane during the lockdown. Stay strong, Singapore. Stay strong, US. Stay strong, China. He puts that donation towards the Celeste Any % category change. So that is going to be coming up a little bit later on, I believe, tomorrow. So thank you for your donation. Back to you.
Thank you. Okay, so we got a 13.2. Anyone that guessed correctly, feel free to donate and be blessed with PeekingBoo luck. I can't guarantee if it's actually lucky, but, you know, it's a nice thought, right? So now we're going to do cannonless. Now because I'm using a D-pad, it's kind of tricky to do like slow movements, right? So what I have to do is when I set all of this up, I have to tap left just before walking off the plank. Otherwise that happens. And if I fail, then we have to try again on the next star. So that was unfortunate. We'll get our backup star. And then when that angle fails, we'll go around here. You guys get to see every part of this game. You get to see the intended route, you get to see the backup route, and then when I mess both of those up, you get to see whatever is left. So it's like 3 runs in one. And it doesn't take that much time either. So let's try this again. So 1, 2, 3 long jumps up. Ignore that piranha plants. Go across this plank again. Now usually when I'm running this, I'll reset after failing this maybe 2 times. But we got it that time. And we can continue the run as though nothing ever happened. Whew, that's a weight off my mind. And then from there, it's pretty much just a...
You got time for another donation?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
All right, we've got $15 from Minnie Stefan. Says, good luck, PeekingBoober. Your fans love you, except Walsk. E2 puts that donation towards changing the category in Celeste. And just so you guys know, that's a $250 incentive that we are currently at $140 for. And that incentive is to change the category from any % to the true ending for the finale here with that Celeste run at the very end of the marathon.
PeekingBoomer, I'll remember that. Thank you, Stefan. Okay, so that is Womp out of the picture. Only 3 more left here. We're going to be doing the top of the fortress. And then, how familiar is everybody here with Owlless? Because if you love Owlless, you're going to see something very, very peculiar with this setup. There was one particular person that saw me do it and he went, wow, I didn't even know that was in the game. So look forward to that. Alright, there we go. So just a little camera manip there so I can easily jump off a pole and get all the way up to the top. Okie doke. Wow, we already have 8 stars. Where does the time go? So did you know, in this tree is an owl. And if you jump and grab the owl, he actually flies you up in the air, and then you can drop on the star from above. True facts, that's where the owl's strat came from. Was from completely skipping that owl. And that now there's a whole generation of people that have only watched speedruns of SM64, and they have no idea the owl exists. This is true. I know this because one person said it to me. And if there's one, it means there's more. Alright, so, up next is the red coins and 100 coins. Thankfully, this is one of the easiest stages to do 100 coins on. So I'm just going to casually mosey on around. Just get rid of this guy. Coins everywhere, thank you RNG. Ah, dang. Unfortunately missing the cycle of the plank, so have to wait for that to go around. Alright. And this is a pretty chill 100 coin star. It's kind of just a brief tour of Womp's Fortress. You know, a bit of grinding on the edge there to make a weird effect happen. A bit of sliding. Okay. Some weird angles that I have to change the camera for. So we'll shoot down here. Grab ourselves some blue coins, and then double back. Not 1, not 2, but 3 long jumps. Grab those remaining 2 coins we left before. Go around in a ring, and then after that we just have actually a really bad set of circumstances here, because now the 100 coin star is going to spawn up here. Which makes for an odd looking cutscene. Oh. Try my best not to overshoot in future. Alright, there we go. So that's the 100 coins. Done and dusted. We're out. And we're going to be going to the secret slide again. So this is your last chance for some of that sweet PeekingBoo luck. All you got to do is put a guess of what time you think I'll get in the slide, and then donate that equal amount. Let's go. Alright, so the way you do this is you just hold upright against that wall, hold upright against that wall, and then Mario kind of takes care of the rest. And that's another 13.2. Damn. Ground pounded too early. Now, I mentioned at the start of the run that I have C up mapped to the DancePad. It's solely to enter that stage. That's pretty much the only time we use that button. Oh boy. Oh boy, we're coming in hot. Okay, so now I have to swing around here. The wing cap on a DancePad is probably, I want to say, one of the most uncomfortable feelings that I have playing a Mario game. I think the only thing worse is swimming in Mario Galaxy. Okay, did I hit it? Sure did. But yeah, I have virtually no control when I'm in the air. So it's honestly a miracle I could get through that without any major issues. But now that we're done with Womps, we're going over to the left-hand side to Koko Mountain. And I think I only get about 5 stars in this stage. So we're going to be starting with wall kicks will work. And then after that, I'm going to try for the baby penguin. And I say try because I fail it a lot. So we drop off here, do a little kick. Go into Mario Cam twice. That brings Lakitu around the side of the mountain. Otherwise he gets stuck at the top. Do a little wall kick. Done.
Here we go!
Alright, here it is, the baby penguin. And the reason why I struggle with this is because I have a tendency of jumping up here and then bonking off that wall and falling into the slide. But since that didn't happen, nothing bad's gonna happen from here, right? No, nothing bad happened. It almost did, but we're good. Okay.
Here we go!
So I think the last time I was here doing an online run for ESA was when I did Splatoon 80% and the Celeste Seasides for ESA Movember. And I remember you guys freaked out about that, so I'm looking forward to see the reaction to all of this. But by comparison, this game's a lot easier. So I'm kind of enjoying it right now. I just get to kind of chill out and just relax. And, you know, we're already 16 stars in. So if I needed to, I could just go all the way to the end. Okay, now we're gonna enter the slide again because we have to race the big penguin. And I'm feeling kind of lucky, so I'm gonna do the weird looking strat where I kind of go off the edge, slide on my stomach a bit, and then move backwards. I haven't done it in a while. It worked okay, I guess. Yep, we're good. Okay. Everything's fine. So this penguin likes to rubber band, so the further you skip the stage, the faster the penguin ends up going to catch up to you. But it ends up being faster overall if you skip some of the track, so that worked out pretty well. Oh, and I was too far away from him. Nice, that was good. I didn't practice that at all, so that went a lot better than I thought it would. Okay, red coin time. Red coins are chill. All we're gonna do is just keep our camera the same. Just slide around. We'll go off this edge. Do a little dive so we don't take damage. Slide along the floor here. And then just before we yeet off the stage, ground pound there to get that coin. Try and run under these guys without getting bopped. Didn't work out. Please stop. Please stop. What is patience? I surely don't have it. Okay, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay, now that that's done, we just grab this coin. We go down to the bridge to warp. I hold upright, and it pretty much positions me perfectly to jump and then kick to grab this. The bonk was not necessary. Now I use one more camera button to go into Mario view, and that's because for this part, it's a bit of an awkward angle. And that's pretty much the only way I can safely jump across.
Here we go!
Using the old camera angle, if I just held diagonally upright, I wouldn't hit the other side of the bridge, so. Okay, final part of Koko Mountain is the Snowman's head. Probably the easiest part of this stage, but also the easiest to mess up. All you do is you just slide down the slide, following the intended path. I almost feel like this is a tutorial now. Here's a tutorial on how to play the game like a Let's Play, but without it being super slow. Just regular slow. And there you go, he thanks us for reuniting him with his body.
Here we go!
And we move on. And this route is pretty different from a regular 70-star route, largely because I can't do the same tricks that a regular 70-star runner would do. And some tricks, even if I could do them, end up being slower. So you're going to see me doing a lot of stars that you're probably thinking, wait, that's slow. But then, in actuality, because of the way I do it, it ends up being a bit faster for me. So we're going to be doing some Bowser red coins now. Okay, it was a miracle I didn't get burned. Double long jump, love it. Line myself up in the middle here so I can just jump across all this without worry. Can we get a triple jump here, please? Thank you. The Goombas were kind as well. Dang. Tricky to get through there without getting hit by something, unfortunately, but keep going. One, two, three. Now, one of the trickiest things about playing this game, and probably the hardest thing to get used to, is that Mario, when he's running at full speed and you try to change direction, sometimes he'll do a quarter turn. And so you're going to see me sometimes just completely coming to a halt. And if you see that, it's just because I don't want him to quarter turn. I want to be able to do a very quick adjustment to my movement. It's kind of hard to explain, but when you see it in action, it makes a bit more sense. Okay, so now we're up to Bowser. So fun fact, this was the old way I used to spin Bowser. Did you know that if you hold a direction and keep it held down, Bowser's speed is stored, and eventually he builds up enough speed. But then I learned that because I have access to a D-pad, I can hold right and tap left, something you can't do with a stick, and that actually speeds him up very quickly. So that's very handy. So instead of doing this, we're going to be doing this. And I mean, it makes sense when you think about it, right? Like, you're pressing the opposite direction to where you're going, and so it's trying to spin him around to get to that direction. And then because you're holding the direction already, pressing it again sends it around to the other side again. And that's what you're left with. You're just left with some optimal spins. Took me years to learn that. I felt really dumb. Now, I'm not a huge fan of this stage personally. In fact, I'm so small of a fan of this stage that I try to cut out as much of it as I can, even if it ends up being, mildly faster. So for example, I don't do any red coins in here, because I'm too scared that I'm going to fall into the merry-go-round at the bottom. And every time you fall in the merry-go-round, you lose about a minute. So I pretty much just try to ignore anything risky. The stage is just too risky for me. So we punch this guy. He did nothing wrong, but neither did we, so. Okay, we ground pound this guy. And we're done. Thank you, Mario. 1, 2, 3. Let's see if we can get the swag jump here. Yeah, good enough. Good enough.
Here we go!
I'm not going to complain with that.
Well, hey, Peking, got time for a brief announcement?
Absolutely.
All right, I just want to remind everybody that what we're here to do. ESA Together is here supporting ESA and our other affiliated events increased costs that are connected with the coronavirus outbreak. ESA puts on 2 massive speedrunning events every year, and we want everybody to be able to experience just how amazing they are. And this event helps us to continue to provide you with that quality speedrunning content in the future. If you enjoy what you're watching, please consider subscribing. During the marathon, the first 800 subs that we get are going to be matched by a $2.50 donation from our sponsor HyperX, and we're currently at 673 out of those 800 sub points. So let's get in those subs, those Twitch Prime subs, and those gift subs to smash that goal and work our way towards another emote slot.
Alrighty. So the merry-go-round usually doesn't give me that much trouble, but decided to this time. And it's pretty much the same as the first star. You kill a bunch of boos, and then you kill the big boo and you get a star. You just so happen to have to do it underground for some reason. Now, I'm personally a huge fan of this star because it's so short. But the only thing I don't like about it is how easy it is for me to mess up. So a lot of what I try to do is just have a simple setup as possible. So we're gonna do a little wall kick up here, and then I'm gonna jump, dive. We bonk, but that's okay because we don't fall. And there you go. That one feels good. But if I fall down, obviously I fall down to where the piano is. And because we're not doing red coins, we don't actually get to see the piano at all this run. So sorry, any piano fans out there. I'm going to leave you a bit high and dry. But we'll try to make up for it later with something equally impressive somewhere else. Like, I don't know, catching a rabbit or something. Alright, so the final star that I'm getting in Big Boo's haunt is Big Boo himself up on the balcony. So, we'll just go through this double door. Punch. I unfortunately can't do that swag strat where you go up on the roof and around and ground pound and do fancy things. But what I can do is potentially fall off the roof. So let's see how that goes. Okay, we're fine. And we're done with Big Boo's haunt. That was easy. Easy but scary. So dive, roll out, dive. For whatever reason, if I land on the stairs, it changes my angle just a tiny bit and makes me walk into the wall, even though I'm holding up. I don't understand it. I don't really want to. Kick. Alright, let's try to get a quick MIPS. Dive 1, dive 2, dive 3, go. Oops. I have this bad habit of trying to do a ground pound and then accidentally backflipping and just wasting so much time. If you guys don't know, if you ground pound when you collect a star, it makes you fall to the ground faster, which saves time. And it doesn't seem like it saves much time, but when you have 70 or 120 stars in a run, that could easily add up to a few seconds, just for jumping. Anyway, we're in Hazy Maze Cave now, and Unfortunately, I'm not quite as dexterous as other runners that like to, you know, flip around, jump out of bounds and stuff like that. But I'll do my best. I'll clip up through here. We'll hold left and jump across here to get that. That's the best I can do.
Here we go!
Now, in a 16-star run, Hazy Maze Cave is pretty much where I spend the majority of my time because a lot of the stars are really short and really quick. And also really easy. So you're going to see me pretty much breeze through all of these. And then we're just going to move on and you're going to forget that it even happened. So right now we're going to watch for rolling rocks. And can we get it blind? No, we can't.
Here we go!
These next 3 stars coming up are pretty much the same as far as the tech use goes. So like I said, what I'm doing differs from a regular speedrunner. What they tend to do is get up on the top platform above me here, and then jump out of bounds and do all sorts of tricky things to land down here. All I do is walk into this dark patch in the wall, and I clip through the elevator. It's not as fast, but it's a lot more consistent. And I'm just going to do that a couple more times just to get down into the basement. It's actually one of the easiest things to do in this game. All you do is just walk straight into the wall on the right-hand side of that dark patch. So I'll demonstrate it 2 more times. Go through here. What I basically want to do is jump as soon as I get in to retain my facing angle. And then literally just hold up. Done. Fall, slide, jump, and we're in. Oh boy! Alright, well that was just a firstie. We didn't want one of those, but we got one. So, yay. Whoops. But that's okay. Nothing we can't recover from. Let's do the metal cap reds. So what was supposed to happen is I was supposed to land a little early so that I would get a double jump over the wall. Instead what I got was a first frame wall jump where it doesn't even show the dust or anything of the wall jump. And you know, you gotta be ready for that stuff, I guess. I certainly wasn't. This song is an absolute banger. And I think a regular 70-star run doesn't even get the metal cap. So you're going to be hearing this a couple of times through the run. Because there are certain things that I just either can't do without the metal cap, or if I could do, it just ends up being faster this way anyway. So make sure you got your dance emotes ready, because you're going to be hearing that a couple more times. Okay, so Dory, we're just going to hit the switch down here. So it's the exact same tech as before. Walk into the wall holding up. Dive so I don't take fall damage. Hold left. Jump. Alright, there we go. Now I'll stand against this wall to rotate the camera automatically. And then you just double jump, kick backwards, and you land on that button every single time.
Here we go!
Alright. Final star of Hazy Maze Cave now. And honestly, this one feels like a bit of an outlier, because all of the others, you've seen me jump to the left. This one I actually go to the right. And let's just have a do-over of that. Definitely an outlier. As soon as I change my directions, I've forgotten how to play the game. So, we go to the right, do 3 jumps, and then all I do is hold up here, and the camera rotates itself. Pretty much the whole time playing this game, I'm at the mercy of the camera changing automatically. Because I don't have camera controls on the fly. So whatever I've given, that's what I have to work with. And so there are exceptions. Obviously, when you see me step off the dance pads and press some buttons at the front, I can get the angle that I want, but when I'm trying to move around, I don't really have that luxury. So, if it looks like I'm doing something really dumb, it's probably because I'm at the mercy of the camera. Oh boy. There you go, Mario. You're a trooper.
Here we go!
Okay.
Go.
Now I entered this stage again just so that I can get back up to the lobby because we're going to be doing a series of water stages now. So get your resident sleepers in chat because it's about to get cozy. Okay. Perspective is an amazing thing. I think with pretty much every run of this that I've done in recent times, I've failed getting into the aquarium on the first jump every single time. It's just a perspective thing. I have no idea why. Okay. So these are 8 red coins. Impressive stuff. Nordic, if you have anything you want to say, feel free.
Well, you know, if you like what you're hearing and you like what you're seeing here on ESA, maybe you want to get a little bit more involved in our community? Well, come on over to the ESA Discord. We're discord.gg/ESA Marathon, and we've got an incredibly friendly, welcoming community that has a ton of fun before, during, and after each and every one of our events. You can also get up-to-date information from our Twitter at twitter.com/ESA Marathon. And if you're tuning in and find that you missed out on a run from earlier, you can always check out the VODs available for all of our runs, both on Twitch and on our YouTube channel.
Okay. And with that, we enter another water stage. And we're just gonna be swimming so much. It's a great time. We comfy here. So, I know that there's like this cool trick you can do, right? Where you swim down into the shipwreck really fast, and you clip into this corner, and then you kind of you swim like out of bounds into where the eel is. It's really cool. You guys should look it up. I don't know how to do it. So I'm gonna swim up to the top here, and then I'm gonna swim back down again, and hopefully the eel is gone. Yeah, good. The eel knows what's up. Man, I wish I could show you cool things, but unfortunately I just have to play with DancePads. Now, when we collect chests, the chests will open as long as you're facing the front of them. So even if you go... I'm gonna die, wow. Even if you go at them from the side, I'll try and demonstrate it here. Even if you go at it from the side, it'll still open, as long as you're facing the front of it. And... oh, I completely missed the box. What's going on there?
Here we go!
Okay. Now, as we're approaching halfway through this run, I just want to say that the first half definitely goes a lot better than the second half. So, just gonna say straight up, if you've been impressed by this, you might want to look away now. Or keep watching. Maybe you'll be more impressed. But, yeah, things start getting a little messy. Should be pretty exciting. This is kind of where the run changes from, hey, he's doing okay, he's still 10 minutes ahead of estimate, to, oh wow, is he going to finish in time? I don't know. What's the next run? I hope they're not waiting. Alright, so this is the second time that we get to hear the metal cap theme, because I just can't swim fast or accurately enough to get down into this jet stream.
Here we go!
But thankfully we have the metal cap and everything's great, and we don't have to worry, we can just keep going. So water stage number 3, if I'm lucky, I don't even need to hit the water. So, when the cannon sets up, you'll see it moves a tiny bit, like that. if I don't let it do that movement, I actually can't aim the cannon at what I need. Like you can see at the moment, I'm struggling to do it now. Alright, we're out. And so with that, because I failed the cannon strat, I'm just going to go over here and do the eel. Because this is definitely what I intended. So we'll just swim on down and we should get the star.
Here we go!
I do often wonder what other speedrunners think of what I'm doing to their game. Because I can't imagine that people are going like, wow, this is sure the way I remember speedrunning this. Alright, so let's try this again. That's not working out for me. Fingers crossed, maybe? Alright, well I'm not Siglemic, so I'm not going to do that cool thing. We're just going to go underwater again, and hopefully the third time I don't fail the cannon. The cannon is probably the hardest part of this whole game for me to control. I know I mentioned the wing cap before, but at least with the wing cap I can kind of, you know, fudge my movement a bit. With the cannon, if it's off center by any stretch, I'm stuck with what I've got. There's like nothing else I can do. And yeah, the run just gets a little more complicated like that as we go on. When I used to grind this game a lot, I pretty much aimed to... What? I pretty much aimed to get 70 stars under 70. So my PB is sitting at about a 108 right now. But I have to put the estimate up at 120 because there's mistakes are going to be made. And I'm certainly not consistent enough to say there won't be. So let's try this one more time. If I mess up this cannon, I don't know what to do. So, oh boy, oh boy, oh no. All right, let's try to fix it. Oh boy. Okay, that's good. That's good. We got it. You know, Mario, you're not a fun game. Oops, hold on. There it goes. Let's try that again. One, two. Let's try this one more time. Normally I don't have this much trouble with the cannon. Usually it's just like, I aim it straight away and it goes straight in. Like that! Why didn't that work the first time? You've got to be kidding me. Hey chat, I heard you like this star, so I wanted you to see it a couple more times. Don't worry.
But it hurts us so much.
Oh no, don't. Oh no. Okay. I think I have to start playing well, otherwise we're gonna start hearing that more, aren't we? There we go, got it. No wait, that's too low again, isn't it? Alright, you know what? Let's put a pin in that. We're gonna improv this a bit. I'm just gonna ignore that star and move on. We don't need that star, it's poison. It's a cursed star. You can keep going, Nordic, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's all good. Just a quick note, you know, we've teamed up with all of our amazing runners here at ESA Together to bring you some fabulous upcoming incentives. You know, we've got some blindfolded runs, we've got some bonus games, and we've got choices for you to make, like extra bosses in Bashi, or maybe a change from the any percent to the true ending in Celeste for our finale. Go check out donations.esamarathon.com, and you can see a full list of all those available incentives, and get your donations in now.
Okay, so don't worry, I will go back to that star, and if I don't, I'll just do another one, I guess. There's actually a few stars that I don't do in this run because I hate them, but if push comes to shove, I would prefer to do them over failing that cannon trick. Which, the funny thing is, right, for a regular speedrunner, they're probably like, wow, that's like the easiest star in the game, what are you doing? But for me, because I'm basically playing Mario 64 DS in Mario 64, it feels horrible. So we're just going to ignore it. I'm going to move forward, press on. We're doing Die Docks, and we're going to go ahead and do the Bowser sub now. And I think after this will be the end of water stages for a while. It's a bit of a slog getting through them all. Like, you kind of get halfway through the run and then you're just walled for a little bit. But once we're done, we're going to be good. There's just so much water, dude. Mario's going to come out completely wrinkly by the end of this. So what is everybody's favorite level in Mario 64? Mine is not JRB. Although, this one's probably close to my favorite. It's got really cool movement. Unfortunately, because I'm not doing 16 star, I can't do the Green Demon Challenge. But this stage is pretty much laid out like a side-scroller. So because of the camera angle, all I have to do is hold up or right, and it gives me probably the most control that I have out of any other Mario stage. Oh boy. And so oh boy. That was intended, don't worry about it. I know how to play video games. You didn't see that. So, we're going to drop down here, get coin number 4. We're going to heal on the heart so that when I bounce off the lava, I get back to full health. Stop on here. Grab that. Get between the bullies. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't matter how fast I do this, because for me, I end up at the bottom of this cycle. So all of that fast stuff you just saw me do, I probably could have taken my time, and it wouldn't have mattered. So it's mostly just to show off. It feels good to do though, gets the blood pumping. Okay. So we'll hop on this, do a 1-2 kick, and a kick off there. Now the one thing I just have to make sure I do is grab the star, because one thing I forgot to do in an earlier run is get the star after I collected all the coins. And in we go. So this Bowser is a bit of a pushover with one simple trick. You just do C left, C down, slide behind him, and then when it stops shaking, grab his tail, spin him 1.5 times and throw. Then he embarrasses me. Oh man, don't do this to me, come on. I'm scared, but I'm gonna go for it. Okay, we got it. That was scary. So that became 2 simple tricks, but if you do the first one, you don't need to worry about the second. And just like that, we've done the 8 reds. We beat Bowser. We're at 40 stars. And we're going to Lethal Lava Land. And if you thought I was doing great in the water stages, man, wait until you see the lava stages. So I rotate the camera before the message box, so that way I can run immediately. And we just collect these 8 reds. Unfortunately, due to the camera angle, I can't do dive rollouts as I'm moving. Otherwise I go completely off target. So that's just a very safe kind of S pattern. Now we get to fight the bullies.
태고.
So bully number 1 is on that far island with the dark grey tower. So all I'm going to do is go up here, jump over to here, collect some coins for safety. Now can I just nudge him in? Nope. Ow. Please stop. Stop bullying me, please. Thank you. Now because I only have 2 pegs of health, if I fall in the lava from a misplaced jump, like that, it ate my input, we die and we have to do it again. So let's do it again. I'm just really trying to make sure we stay on schedule right now. So let's just pretend that's what I'm doing. So I'll get these safety coins.
You're just making me hurt so much all the time.
Oh my. You know what? I'm not gonna risk this. I'm gonna stand still. I'm gonna wait for the camera to pan on me. Okay, there we go. Should have just done that to begin with. Okay, bullies number 2.
태고.
This is pretty much exactly the same, except before you can fight the big bully, you have to fight the 3 little bullies. So we jump onto this rotating platform, wait for it to stop moving, jump onto the big square, get some coins, kick 1, 2, do the cool swag strat that everyone's used to seeing. Done.
Here we go.
Man, 43 stars. Where does the time go? But getting back to favorite stages in the run,
태고.
I know I mentioned the Bowser stage, but I think a close runner-up is probably Shifting Sandland for me. Because it has that cool bird strat, you know, with the flag eye. Wow. And so hopefully I get to do that. Although based on how I'm playing, chances are we're definitely gonna do that. Alright. Incredible, dude.
Here we go.
Alright. So 2 more stars left of Lethal Lava Land.
태고.
First one is going into the volcano. The second one is going into the volcano but higher. 1, 2, dive. Okay. Ooh, that bully doesn't usually get in my way. So 1, 2. I have to try and make sure I don't triple jump here, because if I do, I'm in for a world of hurt. Now my setup for getting up here is basically climb up, make Mario's nose disappear behind the pole, and then just go neutral from there and we're good. Done.
Here we go.
Piece of cake.
태고.
So, just like before, I'm going to be going into the volcano, except instead of going around the edge, I'm going to be going up through the middle. And there's a neat little trick to let you get up there quick. You just hit the lava, and bam, you're up. Simple as that. Then I just grab this pole. If I climb up too fast, I get burned. So I just have to wait a tiny bit, get up here, and then just hope the camera doesn't mess with me there.
Here we go.
Done. And now we're going to Shifting Sandland. My quote-unquote favorite. Part of the reason I like it is because, for the most part, it's very short. So the first thing we're going to do is the Big Bird Fly Guy bounce. So if I nail it, can I get a boing in chat? Boing! And in we go. Done.
Here we go!
Such a nice feel. And then it's further supported by the next star I get, which is the pyramid.
Hegel.
1, 2, 3, dive, hold right a bit. Done.
Here we go!
Those two are just so nice. The rest of the stage I don't really like, but those two are great. So now we do the 4 pillars.
Hegel.
And 1, 2, 3. Go back over here, get the wing cap. I did not hit that. Game's trying to lie to me. Okay. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Alright, I'm happy I got all those. Because honestly, I was a bit reckless with my flight there. Just hold right, hold up, and 1 jump.
Here we go!
Okay. Wait. I just realized the crux of my issue here. I'm still 1 star down.
Hegel.
I'm still 1 star down and we never accounted for it. And I need to get MIPS. So, remember this star, chat? We're going back in. How many more times do you want to see the cannon?
Hegel.
It's alright. I clearly got better when I went underground. So, this is going to be perfect. Easy. It was all for show. Don't worry about it.
Here we go!
Piece of cake. I totally know what I'm doing. Alright, we have 50 stars. And this is going to seem so wasteful, what I do next. We're going to go into the basement. We're going to catch the rabbit. And then immediately we're going to come back up to the lobby. This is probably the the sloppiest 70 star I've done in recent history. So, 1 dive, 2 dive. You disappoint me, rabbit. Thankfully, if you know where it's going to bounce, you know how to catch it.
Here we go!
Okay, so that is MIPS done and dusted. Can't believe I forgot about the other star, dude. And so with that, we're now going upstairs to do Wet and Dry World. When I said that there were other stars I could get, there were, but they're up here. And unfortunately, I need to get MIPS before I can get up here, because that's my 50th star.
Hegel.
Oh, sorry, 51st star. So, I clearly didn't think that through. But in my head, it was a solid plan. So if you jump across here, the Chuckya gets stuck. So we're just going to call him Stuckya for the rest of the run. Oh no, he's moving again. Good show. Oops.
Here we go!
Now, did you know that the water level in this stage changes depending on how high you jump into the painting? If you jump in the bottom like that, there's no water. And if you jump in the top, the water's all the way at the very top. And that lets you do different stars with, you know, different levels of ease.
Here we go!
So that one's done. Just one more star in Wet Dry World, and then I'm actually going to be moving on. A lot of my upstairs stars, I don't spend a lot of time in each stage. I don't entirely know why, I just don't think I'm good at them. So that's probably... Camera, please. So that's probably why. Okay, so what I have to do is open that part at the bottom, so then I can triple jump up to the top here. So I can then send the elevator down. Because unfortunately, being at the mercy of the camera here, I don't have a lot of control wall kicking up this area. And we've seen how I was with the cannon, so I don't think risking going up here is a very good idea.
Here we go!
So we're done with that. Which pushes us on to Snowman's Land. And this stage has a lot less chill than... Oh, cool. This stage has a lot less chill than Koko Mountain, unfortunately. But we get to do some cool stuff, like long jump. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Good stuff, Mario. You did it. I'm proud of you. And there you go. There's the star. Flawless, no mistakes. Done. Now let's just do that a couple more times.
Here we go!
First try every time, right?
Every time. Without fail.
Got time for a quick announcement?
Absolutely, go ahead.
All right. Well, we here at ESA Together are helping to promote staying indoors in these trying times while giving you some prime entertainment with a huge variety of speedruns and speedrunners from all around the world. Now, speaking of Prime, have you heard of a little thing called Twitch Prime?
No, I
Because
haven't.
the free sub that you have comes along with your Amazon Prime account. So, perhaps you have your Twitch Prime just sitting around waiting to be used? Please consider using it on the channel to support ESA so that we can continue to put on future marathons. Also, gifting subs is an amazing way to show support, so don't forget that you can gift subs in batches of 5 and 10, and let's see if we can't get a hype train going.
Okay, so during that announcement, I actually did really good. So I think that there's maybe some correlation between not talking and performing well. But for the sake of this, considering I'm my own commentator, I'll keep talking. I'm sure everything's gonna go great. But it's always nice knowing that you're here, Nordic. Ready to just put on those impressions whenever I start doing horribly.
Here we go!
Oh, you're asking for it.
Okay. Final stage in Snowman's Land for me is Deep Freeze.
Echo!
Now, all the cool runners come up here and they do like this sick triple jump thing. I've actually never attempted it, and I thought I got it for a second and I was about to freak out, but alas. So we go up here normally and, you know, it's just cool, I guess.
Here we go!
Just Mario in the ice block, it's fine. But actual speedrunners, they get on top of it in a triple jump and it's really cool, and man, I wish I could be like them. So we're gonna go around to Toad number 2. This guy's just chilling here, holding onto the stars for us.
Here we go!
And straight after that, we're going into Koko Mountain. I don't like this stage very much, to the point where I only do 2 stars in this stage. So this is the first. We clip into this wall here. Trust me, it's a lot easier than it looks. We swim along this edge and die. Let's try that again. Alright, so I needed to die because I said I would. Let's do that again, but without the dying.
Echo!
Goodness me. Alright. So we get... Why do I always fail this the second time? I'm gonna try this one more time, and if I fail it again, I'll just go around. Alright, it's pure witchcraft. I don't know how this game works. The whole thing's just a suggestion. I'll try it one more time. So I'm gonna go up here. We're gonna avoid this Chuckya that's just chilling right at the edge, ready to throw me and kill me. We'll get that star, easy peasy. And now I'm gonna try and get that other star, as intended, without any fuss and any issues whatsoever. So in we go. So all you do is hold up, and then at the crease, you jump. And it failed again. Okay, one more time for the fans. One more time. It's not even that impressive if you have to do it again. There we go, we're in. Piece of cake. So I get up to the surface, and then all I have to do is jump out here like that. And that warps me up the cliff. How hard is that? Then all I gotta do is run across this log, long jump at the end, and hit that star. And that's Total Mountain. If you can imagine doing that, but like 4 more times, that would be pretty much the rest of the stars. But that's also why I don't like doing the stage, because I'm not very good at it. So we're just going to move on, and we're going to approach that same logic to the final stages. So first is Tiny Huge Island, where I do the Piranha Block because it's easy, and with ease comes consistency, and with consistency comes time save. Hey. I always have to go neutral before I punch them. And when I say going neutral, I mean stop moving completely. Because if I hold a direction, Mario will actually dive, and if he dives straight off the cliff into the water, and it takes way too long to get back to where I was. Now I'm gonna see if I can get this cool clip here. If I just do a side flip, straight up there, just lets you go straight through the wall like it's a suggestion. It's good stuff. So, the gimmick of this stage is switching between the tiny island and the huge island by going in pipes. And so right now we're on the huge island, and we're going to get to the top so we can get this. And we're done with Tiny Huge Island. And we're almost done with this run. 63 stars, 7 more to go. So, we'll run around here, do a bunch of forward long jumps up the stairs because it looks stupid. One, two, three. So I always want to be entering the clock when it's stopped, because if it's moving, it makes my life a complete hell. But pretty much every star that we're going to do here is up this side, because the camera is thankfully very cooperative, and when I just tap left and right, it rotates on its own. So that's the first one done. Nice and simple. Just gonna backflip, and then when the arrow disappears, that's when we go in. And so I'm gonna be going above the cage, in the cage, and then below the cage. Those are the next 3 stars that we're getting. All of them have the exact same point of entry, and they are all in the exact same spot. And I'm sure, as you guys know, the more you practice something, the better at it you get. Well, I'm essentially practicing the same star 4 times in a row. And we'll see if I get better at it, or if I get worse at it as we go. for me personally, I have a habit of getting worse at it. So,
Hego.
above the cage was pretty good. Now we're going to be rolling into the cage, so I'll adjust the camera again. Okay, don't bonk, Mario. Good lad.
Here we go.
That was pretty good. One more. Then after this, we're pretty much done.
Hego.
So now we're going below the cage. So once again, up the side. This is probably the most boring TTC you've ever seen in your life. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is the worst one. This is it. Oh, he almost fell. Okay. Let's go, Mario. Good stuff.
Here we go.
And now we don't have to do that anymore. We can go to Rainbow Ride. And as you can see, we've got 2 stars left. So we're not going to spend a lot of time in Rainbow Ride.
Here we go.
We're going to be getting the 2 easiest stars in the whole stage. Oh boy. Okay, let's try that again. Done.
Hego.
1, 2, 3. Both of these stars are pretty much in the same place. All we have to do is climb up here, jump. 1, 2, 3. 3, thank you. Now if you tap right just slightly before reaching the donut block, you grab it, which is super handy. Now unfortunately, because I wasted a lot of time, I couldn't reach this swing cycle in time, so I'm personally losing 10 seconds or so over my best, maybe.
Here we go.
8 seconds. But that's no big deal.
Hego.
Now, is there any chance that we could get, I don't know, maybe just a small donation train with people saying nice? Just so that Nordic can read it all out during the Bowser stage? I think that would be nice. What do you think,
Oh, I
Nordic?
would love nothing more than that. That sounds like it's a great idea. Because right now we do have a very nice number of stars.
We indeed, well, okay, I don't anymore. But, yeah, we sure do. That would be amazing. Okay, here we go. We got 70 stars. Alright, I just had to pause for effect there. Mario feels a bit embarrassed over that, I can tell. So we'll forward long jump up here. Okay. Nice, we made it up the stairs. In you go, Mario. That's a good lad. 1, 2, 3. Wow. Got a little ahead of myself there. But yeah, Nordic, if you do have anything else to add before the end of this run, feel free to just butt in at any moment. That's completely fine.
Oh, real quick, I'll just remind everybody that we have some amazing merch available. If you ever wanted to get one of those really comfy ESA shirts that you keep seeing people wear at events, you look at those designs and say, you know what, dang, I'd love to have one of those for myself. Head on over to our newly updated store. We've got some great shirts. We've got a great hoodie. It's one of my personal favorites. And if you want one too, you can go over to speedrunstore.com and get your order in. Now, it looks like the chat has matched your challenge here. We've got 2 new donations coming in. One from Dots Yorkie and another one from Race Pro UK. Both of them say, nice.
Nice. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Okay. So I'm gonna try and do Bowser spins. If it all, you know, falls apart, that's expected at this point, surely. So let's try to get the first spin. We're gonna throw him straight up. And perfect, flawless. I don't know how I've ever been good at this game. So we have backup solutions, right? There's a 50-50 chance that Bowser will either jump, like you just saw him do there, or he'll do what we want, which is run towards us. So, if he runs towards us, what's going to happen is he's going to stop himself before he reaches the ledge. And then all I do is grab his tail and drop him on the bottom. But that's no fun. So, I'll try and grab him again. Okay, that's 2. Wow, we could have died. Blind throw. Got him. Alright, time is coming up when I grab the star, thus ending this this mess. And time. Wow, we did it! The madness is over. I'm seeing a lot of GGs, so I'm happy with that.
Well, congratulations, PeekingBoo. That was an amazing run.
Thank you, thank you.
We've got a $25 donation in here for Phobius saying DDR for life. Mario 64 also.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, well, that's pretty much me done. If you guys liked this run, this is pretty much exclusively what I do on my channel. Tomorrow, I'm going to be doing Super Mario Sunshine, 100%. In a single segment speedrun for the first time ever. So if you thought this run was great, just look forward to 12 plus hours of me getting angry at Mario. It's sure to be great.
And it's all thanks to
you know where to find me, twitch.tv/PeekingBoo. But that's all I got. I'm done here. Thank you for having me, and hope you have a good remainder of the marathon.
Here we go.
Right on. And PeekingBoo, thank you so much for this run. This was absolutely phenomenal to watch. Coming up next, we do have a Super Mario Galaxy 2 run being run by 360 Chrism. But first, we're going to have an intermission and we're going to have a stream restart. So, folks, if you get kicked out of the stream, just come right on back. We just need to do a quick restart. And, I just want to tell everybody, thank you so much for watching my stream.